Hello and welcome to another episode of the Career Reset podcast and to part 2 of my Career Detox series. So this is my special summer series where I share in bite-sized episodes one area of your career that you could detox this summer so that when autumn comes you can have that fresh start we are all so excited about to have. In the last episode I talked about how to detox your bad decisions. If you haven't listened to that yet, go ahead and listen to it, because if you listen really to the whole series you will feel so much better, so much clearer and ready for that new exciting career that can be the reality for you this year. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you subscribe to this podcast. There will be 2 more parts coming out, you don't want to miss out. And let's jump into today's topic, which is how to detox bad people, which again is a very big topic, because when clients tell me about their bad experiences and bad companies, it rarely is about the company as an entity. The company is made up by its people, by its culture, by its leadership, and it is inevitable, like in any area of life, we will stumble upon good and bad people. The same is true for our work, for our careers. And I think most of our experience is that we have had great colleagues, we made friends at work, we had a lot of fun with our coworkers, but there can always be that 1 or 2 people who just make that entire experience suck. Usually those are in a more like leadership position. They can be your boss, they can be just someone who makes decisions that affect your job in a negative way. And even though most commonly these people are a minority, the impact they can have on us, on our confidence, on our perception of our capabilities can be long-lasting and very defining in a negative way. So that is why today we will really take a look at that and think about how to let go of those people, and especially of their influence they still have over what we believe we are capable of. So first thing you need to know here is that nobody really gets into a job, and especially into a leadership position, because of how good of a person they are, how nice they are, how kind they are. The business world is all about capabilities and value that a particular person can bring to the company. And if someone can bring that value, but they are a complete asshole, the aspect of their personality just gets overlooked for the sake of them bringing good money to the company. But then for us who need to be in day-to-day contact with this person, it can make the entire experience suck quite a lot. And I think just working with people we don't particularly enjoy is kind of a negative experience, but where it can really leave these long-lasting scars that I want to be talking about in this episode, that you need to detox in order to move on, in order to put a stop to how much impact you let that past experience have on you. It often comes to receiving feedback and receiving negative feedback from people who we don't necessarily agree with, and on a higher level we can say, yeah, that person, if they don't like me, I don't really care, because they're not a nice person. But it's really hard to let go completely of being scolded or making a mistake, and someone making that mistake a way bigger deal than it was. And I, in general, am a big hater of feedback, to be honest with you. I even have a 4-part series on my blog where I talk about the problems with feedback. And one of the biggest problems I have with that notion that we should all be receiving feedback from other people all the time is that nobody is really trained on giving really good objective feedback. So most of the time when someone criticizes or praises your work, what they are mostly doing is telling you how much they enjoy working with you, how easy it is according to them to work with you, how your working style is compatible with them, with their perception of how work should be done. And that just can so distort your understanding of what you are capable of, what are your true strengths, because the fact that it is easy for a certain boss to work with you, that doesn't really mean that that's some quality that you could use in your job search, for example. So what you really need to let go of is that anybody in the past who has criticized your work or just like didn't behave nicely to you, you cannot erase that memory or that situation, but you can cut the impact. You can reframe it so that what the person said was not a reflection of how capable you are. You just did something that wasn't in accordance with their expectations, with their ways of working. They didn't like you personally, and then just can be something that you carry forward because it in the end has no value. I have been in the past criticized or like somebody disagreed with my work and gave me negative feedback. And sometimes it was relevant. Sometimes it was really about the outcome of the work, but in 95% of cases, it was just about that I approached things differently than the person would have liked. And like we all know this from our personal lives, like I get very bossy when my husband is cooking a recipe that I know better. It's just very stressful for me to let him do his thing and let go of my micromanaging him. And it's the same in work. Like it's so hard to let go of the idea that we know best how it should be done. But then when in a workplace you have many different people and everybody has a different opinion what would be the best approach to get it done. And the thing is that nobody's inherently right or wrong. Everybody's right just for themselves. Like I am right in knowing how I work best, how I would approach this task so that I get it done the best I can. But then when there is some insistence on that we all need to move forward in the exact same way, there will inherently be tensions. So in order to detox bad people from your career and the impact they had on where you are now, your confidence and your willingness to go out there and find a new job and join a new company, think about that the tensions you had with these people, what were they really about? Were they really genuinely about you and who you are as a person, or were they about disagreements, like different approaches to get the same thing done? Were they about different expectations? Like, was it things that are in the end normal to disagree about, but for some reason you took it more personally? And also, you know, all these open jobs, like the job description, are full of great, clear communication, great communication skills. That's what we need. Who in the end really has it? I have been in so many work situations where the other person just did not have very good communication skills. The way they communicated was very confusing, very inappropriate, very indirect, and it would be easy to make myself feel like I'm the bad one because I was always the most junior one and they were the big boss, so they should know better, but they didn't. And I am happy that I am able to reflect on that now. And the final thing that is really important to remember is that you and only you know yourself, know who you are, what are your intentions, what were your intentions in the past, and what you are truly capable of. People at work know a very small fraction of you. They know your work personality, they know your performance and approach to the specific limited scope of tasks you have in each job, but they just do not really know you. So any opinion of you they have is not really of you, but of this small fraction they actually know. A lot of my past colleagues, when they see where I'm now in my career and that I have my own business and that I'm very successful and that I'm very visible and active and do a lot of different things, they are often very shocked and they think that I never seem to them like the kind of person who would be capable of this, which only tells me that any kind of opinion or interaction we have had was from them having a very limited picture and limited understanding of who I am and what I'm capable of. So there is so much more to you, to your personality, to your potential, to your capabilities than what you were made believe in some of your past negative experiences. And even when people explicitly and sometimes very proactively try to make you feel like there is something wrong with you, what they were reacting was only to that small fraction of who you truly, truly are. So I really hope that you are ready to let these characters live in the past and forgive them, and also forgive yourself for like letting them impact you for longer than was necessary, and just knowing that you are a complex professional who has so much to offer, who will also going forward have to deal with assholes in your next job, But let's leave the assholes of the past in the past and believe that you know yourself best, and others' opinion about how your work personality was suitable to them has no real impact going forward. So I hope this sparked some thoughts of letting go, of forgiveness, and of that career detox, which is all that we're talking about here this month. Make sure to subscribe to this podcast, to this channel, so that you don't miss out next week's episode and next week's career detox. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye bye.